In this video, we're going to go over 5 high IQ plays that the pros use. Now, let's jump right in. All right, high IQ play number 1. You will see every pro player, really good player, on this right side and from this right side, use a top spin dink, rolling it out wide towards their opponent cross court. I'm gonna show you how that's done, and then we're gonna talk about why really quick, okay? Here we go. Ooh, ATP. No, Dawson, those are good dinks. Okay, so one reason why hitting out wide and rolling balls out wide with topspin is because it really pushes your opponent off the court. And that's really important as we are trying to make them move and open up the middle of the court. So a couple key tips for this is we want to aim fairly close to the line and also fairly close to the sideline. So if Dawson was actually pulling me off the court, I'm just going to place the ball right around here is where I'm typically aiming. So I want to make sure that I'm leaving room on the sideline and also leaving room at the non-volley zone just in case he's leaning in, taking it out of the air. Now, good players too, if I roll you out wide, Dawson, really out wide, good players are going to want to reset more of the middle of the court. So if you're going to be utilizing this play, make sure if I really have Dawson on the move, I'm going to come here and lean in here. All right, here we go. Little top spin dink, and I'm gonna pull you out wide. Okay, all right. So obviously that's just like one example, but again, when you're pulling your opponent out, especially if they're shuffling off the court, this is a good time to lean in here. And again, this topspin dink can be utilized anytime you receive a dink, either with straight on, cross court. Another time where it's very, very valuable or works very well is, Dawson, if you're leaning in really hard to the center line. Right, when I see this, and this is why it's important, to look like this. Let's say we're dinking here cross court. I bring in them once, and then I roll it out wide. Okay. So dinking with cross court, really important. Make sure that you're aiming fairly close to the sideline, but still giving yourself margin, and you can create a lot of chaos and cause a lot of problems on that right side. All right, high Q play number 2. Pro players and really good players use the inside foot middle dink very, very often to set up more attacking opportunities down the line and to force really tough contact points. So we just talked about how the topspin dink is very effective pulling your opponent out, but what a lot of amateur level players don't utilize quite enough is that middle dink to the inside foot. So Dawson, why don't you get in a good ready position? So the inside foot, just really quick, you might have heard this term. You can see Dawson's right foot. It's kind of closer to the sideline. So we call that outside foot because outside. Now inside the court, his left foot is in, kind of more inside. So that's what we call the inside foot on this side. So whether he's a right-handed player or a left-handed player, if I am actually mixing in my topspin dinks here, pull them out wide, then I bring them there, you notice how it really can force tough balls there, right? If he does not get that out of the air, it forces really tough contact points there. So I'm just gonna play one rally out. I'm actually gonna be pulling them out with that topspin dink we just talked about, and then maybe bringing them in a little bit. I'm trying to force that ball behind them, and then we'll see how that goes. So maybe I start by pulling them out wide, maybe pull them out wide again. Then I go to that inside foot again, roll out wide, inside foot. Okay, all right, so that's an example there of me using kind of both and really utilizing that inside foot as a setup to maybe roll out wide. I'm gonna show you one more time. So here we go. Maybe I start out wide, then go to the inside, go inside again. Okay, well, and again, Dawson, I know you missed that ball, but the inside foot is a really tough ball. You can see again, because he has to kind of expect to shuffle over and get that wide ball. You don't know if I'm going out wide there. So it causes a lot of problems, especially on this side when you're playing right-handed players, you know, with their backhand in the middle. As I am rolling it out like this, I mean, that ball causes a lot of problems. Now let's look at it on the other side. Dinking to your opponent's inside foot is only one of the ways that you can neutralize their attacks and begin to take control of the point. If you are interested in a complete masterclass to learn the secrets of taking control of the point and your opponents, click the link in the description below or go to attackmasterclass.com. Okay, we just talked about dinking to the inside foot on the even side, but even when you're on the odd side, no matter if Dawson is a right-hander, this is a hugely underutilized shot in amateur and lower levels. So obviously, you know, hitting dinks cross court is a high percentage ball, right? Whether I'm rolling it out like that or I'm hitting with some slice. But again, as I'm mixing this ball up, then I send it to that inside foot there, then maybe send it back out. Here we go, Dawson. You can see how the inside foot is not only to mix it up, but it pulls them out of that cross court pattern, has them reach, and then if I could find something to then again kind of accelerate or get a ball behind them, it causes a lot of problems. So here we go. So let's say I start over there, then go cross court again, then I go to the inside. Okay, so it's a lot tougher than it looks for Dawson, but again, when you get pulled out, Dawson, let's say I pull you out over here, again, you have to shuffle over pretty hard to get that next one out of the air. And if you're, you know, if your opponent doesn't take dink volleys often, the inside foot shot on this left side on the odd side is very, very effective. So make sure that you also practice dinking to the inside foot on this side as well. All right, high IQ play number 3. Pro players and really seasoned, really good players, they attack the dominant side or the dominant hip. Now, you may have heard of this, but you know, either whether it's off the bounce or out of the air, if I'm looking to attack, one of the places that I'm consistently looking to attack is that right side. So if Dawson is a righty over here, right? So let's see your ready position, Dawson. Most right-handers, ready position will be somewhere around this area. And again, if I'm attacking that right side, they have only 2 options. They're going to chicken wing here, or that they have to really, really come over with their forehand early. So again, I'm going to show you off the bounce. If I find something I can attack, so let's say I move them here, okay, moving them around, forcing that tough ball, okay. Okay, so that's a tough shot on that side. We'll do one more, Dawson. Yep. Okay, so here we go again. So roll it out there. Good. Roll it out there again. Good. Oh, sorry. That's all right. Well, that was kind of a good example there, Dawson. But either way, right, whether they take it with their forehand, which is still a tough shot, or they come with their backhand, it's a really tough shot. So that's off the bounce, but also out of the air. When players are leaning in, they find something, you know, a little bit above net level or at net level. So lots of players, when they find a high ball, they kind of just go right at the body there, and it's a very easy counter or very easy block at higher levels. So I really want to be looking for spots in the dominant side. Hip is going to be one of them. So again, if I get a pop-up in a real game here like this, and I can like poke it more on that side. I'm going to show you again. So here we go. Okay, let's see, I forced that. Good. Cut you over there. Again. Okay. In and in. Okay. No worries. Okay. Gotta force it. Okay, good. But this is a very high IQ play that all pro players will use lots of the time. Again, since most players' ready position favors the backhand a little bit, going for that side is a good play to use. Make sure you're using it. All right, high IQ play number 4. Pro players They use this all the time when they are serving or when their partner is serving, and that is the drive drop combo. So when they're driving the ball, they're not going for a winner. They are trying to just keep it low to the net with topspin, and they're just trying to force a weaker volley than the return would be so that they can, you know, drop the ball in. And this is very, very intelligent play because, again, if they get this volley in mid-court and it is low, they most likely don't want to just drive it again. They just want to get themselves up to the non-volley zone line. So unlike a banger who hits every single ball time and time again, they're very strategic about that second shot, which they'll drop. So we'll show you. Here we go. So here's a serve. Here's the drive. And there's the drop. Okay. So kind of easy access, easy way to get to the net. Here's a, you know, this is a high IQ play that you can be using when your drops aren't feeling that great too, and they have really great returns. If they have great returns and I feel like my drops are going too high, I'll just drive my third, look for the fish shot drop. So I'll show you one more time. Here's the drive, and here's the drop. Okay. So you can see it's super efficient, and normally, again, especially those, you know, tennis players and those players that like to return the ball with a lot of spin, really tough, just use a drive, look for the fish shot drop. All right, high IQ play number 5. And this one is one that you should really, really practice as much as you can. And the more disciplined you are in this, the more matches you're gonna win because the more points you're gonna stay in. Now, when I am in trouble, when I am scrambling off the court, or I am getting pressed in a really tough position, I want to make that ball bounce in the middle of the court. So easier said than done, and obviously a lot of you are like, oh, well, that makes sense. But to really practice this when you're off the court. So if I'm off the court or I'm running and scrambling, if I could get that ball to bounce, that gives me time, not only time for me and my partner to recover, but that also limits his angles, right? So if I am, you know, scrambling off the court and I hit that ball towards the sideline, you know, not only can he hit it down the line, but he can hit it cross court and opens up more areas of the court to cover, okay? So really quick, I'm gonna do a really quick kind of example here. Now that basket over there would be Dawson's partner, okay? But I'm gonna kind of start right here, kind of in a position so that I can kind of be coming off the court a little bit. Kind of looks like this. If I'm in trouble here, got to get that ball to bounce middle. There we go. Good. Okay, obviously my partner would be filling in. Now this is just kind of an example, right? I'm starting here, but hopefully I'm showing you when we're scrambling, when I'm off the court, when I'm leaning back, middle is your friend. And again, if we could get the ball to bounce, that allows us to have the most time. So again, Dawson, let's see it again. So let's say we're in the middle of a point, scrambling. Okay, there it is. Good. Okay, so super important play. Whether it's you or your partner, the point has gone haywire and you're on the defense, just hit it in the middle of the court. You're gonna find yourself winning a lot more points. All right, hopefully you enjoyed that. Comment below on which of these 5 high IQ plays that you like to use, and comment below if you have any that I didn't mention in this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.